What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Low-Key Legend. How the fuck y'all doing today? I'm doing alright. Today I got a brand new video here for you guys, and today we are back with a brand new episode of Stoner Tips. Today we are jumping on board with episode 105 of the Stoner Tips series. Yes sir, today's topic, we are going to be covering dugout kits or dugout boxes, however you guys want to personally pronounce them. What these pretty much are one hitters. It's a sequence video to my last episode of Stoner Tips. One hitters. I did say that I need to make a video on this, and I feel like it should deserve its own video to talk about. So I mean, with that being said, guys, let's just go ahead and jump right on into this episode of Stoner Tips, episode 105 of the Stoner Tips series. Let's get it. So anyways, dugout kits or dugout boxes. All right, if you guys have no idea what this is, you are not alone. I'm sure a lot of you guys might not have heard of these, but pretty much what they are a little box, maybe the size, I'd say 6 inches, maybe a little bit bigger, smaller, more or less. But what they are is one side has a slot for a one hitter and the other side is just dug out. So what you could do in that spot that's dug out in this box is you could fill it up with grinded weed, and you now have this little box. Very small. When I say a dugout box, like, the size of this is very small. It's very discreet. You're going to be able to carry it pretty much wherever you want. Very easy to hide as well if you need to come up with some sort of hiding spot for it. These are very beneficial to you guys, I'm telling you right now. All right, so you could put grinded weed inside the opposite side of where the box is, and the other side has a slot where you put the one hitter. So it's pretty much like a kit. All right, it comes with the box. There's a one hitter in it and a hollowed out spot to where you could fill, honestly, you could fill probably like 2 grams up to an eighth if you really wanted to. Okay, now it's been a while since I had one of these. I did get one when I first started out smoking, maybe about 6 months into my smoking experience. I did cop one of these. They are relatively cheap as well. You can get a pretty good deal on a lot of these. You don't have to spend a shit ton of money on them. They range from about 10 bucks to like 20 bucks, I'd say. So if this is something you guys might want to consider buying. All right, now the one that I had, it was a cheap one. All right, it was a small little wooden one, and I felt like it held enough for me to do what I wanted to do. It came with a regular little one hitter, except the one hitter was it wasn't the same color as a normal regular one hitter. It wasn't white and brown or white and tan like a normal one hitter would be. Mine was all gold. All right, it was an all gold one hitter, and it wasn't even like it was a shitty gold. Obviously it wasn't real because it was a very cheap dugout box, but it had a little bit of a weed symbol on the entire box, so I thought that was pretty cool. I got that from grasscity.com if you guys want to cop one from there, or just shop wherever you can. The thing about this is I don't know if you can get them in tobacco stores. I have not seen them, but then again, I have not looked for them as well. So if you guys shop around, maybe you can get them at tobacco stores, but that is not the first location I would try to get these things. The majority of you guys out there who would want to cop this would have to shop online for it, and that's going to be your best bet. Somewhere shopping online, obviously you're going to save a lot of money with it as well, so just go online and search up dugout boxes if you guys are trying to get your hands on this. But in the end, man, it's a very beneficial little piece of equipment for you guys that I would recommend to get, because it's not something you would necessarily bust out in a rotation or, you know, with your boys, like, yo, you guys want to smoke. This is some shit you could do though as well. So it's not I mean, you could do what you want with it though, bro, but if you pack this thing, you pack like 2 G's, even a G in this thing, you pop out the crib, you go and smoke with your boys. This is something you could bust out and all you guys can get high. Like I said on my last episode of Stoner Tips, one hitters are super beneficial. Everybody gets greens. It saves weed. It saves a lot of weed, and you guys can get really high because everyone gets greens, and if you rip that one hitter in one hit and clear it, you're gonna get a fat ass rip. So if you not even zero it, but if you take that entire rip in, you will be high as fuck. All right, this is a super underrated thing of the stoner environment. I feel like this is a piece that not a lot of people use. All right, not a lot of people use this shit. Out of all my stoner friends, I was the only one who brought this around, who even knew about it. Like, I busted it out around my boys, and they're like, dude, what the fuck is that? And I showed them. They're like, that is the most nifty thing ever, bro. Like, that is super fucking, it's dope. It was a dope piece to bring around. It's not even a piece. It's just, like I said, man, it's just a little box. So you pass the box around with a lighter and voila, bro, you're all getting high. You just take the one hitter out the box, dab it into the other side a little bit, twist it around as you would a grinder or something like that. You get a nice fat rip in there and then just rip it. And it's dope, dude. I really have no complaints about a Dugout box. They're super small, transportable, low key, and it was just a dope little fucking thing to have when I was smoking weed. This is also, when I put my one hitter in the box, there was a little spring at the bottom of the one hitter box, and this was where you would put the one hitter in. So every time you would open it, like there's a little slider on top of the Dugout box where you twist it sideways and then the one hitter would pop out. It would shoot out a little bit, maybe like, you know, a couple inches into the air, and you could catch that bitch. You feel me? Like some fucking, like some shit you'd see in a movie with like a gun. You feel me? Just throw it up in the air and catch that bitch. But this was one hitter, so you twist it, the one hitter would pop out a little bit and it would hang, you know, about an inch or two off of the Dugout box, and it was just super dope. Like it was just, it got you prepared for what you were about to do every time you spun it off. And if you want to keep it closed, obviously it's a lot more, you know, easily transportable. So it has pretty much a cap that you rotate to open up the Dugout box to access the weed and the one hitter. And it's majority of the time it's either clockwise or counterclockwise, but it's just a little stick, all right, on top of the box. So you twist it in either direction and it'll, as soon as it opens, it allows you to access the weed and the one hitters. So it's a good little fucking thing to have in the end, but at the same time, it doesn't smell. It's very weird. I mean, it will smell if you keep it in the crib somewhere and you have, you know, an eighth packed in that thing. But if you keep it to a bare minimum, this is some shit that I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and try, or go ahead and try to get your hands on. It's gonna be super efficient for a lot of you guys. And I mean, if you get a plain one, you could always just fucking doodle some shit on it too, you know. If you're good at drawing, or you got a friend that's good at tagging or drawing or whatever, have him draw a little something in Sharpie, and it, you know, it's very dope to have, I feel like. And the thing is, not a lot of people have them, because I don't even know if they know about them. But this is some shit that if you guys have the chance to, go ahead and look up online and try to get your hands on one. Like I said, they're relatively cheap and they're super efficient. So there's a lot of different ones out there. Some of them I'm looking at right now, bro, they're like fucking, you know, $70, but you don't have to spend nearly as much on a fucking Dugout box. You know, you can get one, like I said, for $10, $20 max if you do shop around smart. Like I said, I got mine from Grass City, so if you guys want to go ahead and shop on there, go for it. But in the end, man, Dugout boxes are very, very dope, and it's not some shit that a lot of people have. So if you want to try to get your hands on one, definitely do that. They are super dope to smoke by yourself as well. And like I said, they're an easy way to manage weed. If you pick up, you know, a little half ounce every month, or every, you know, 2 weeks, or whatever the case may be, throw a gram in that bitch, throw 2 grams in that bitch. Like, it has to be grinded up though. You can't not have nugs in there. So when you get this piece, you have to have a grinder. I really wouldn't even recommend grinding it up with your hands unless you get it really, really fine. The best, most efficient way to use these Dugout boxes is to have a grinder on hand, grind it up in the grinder, and then empty out the grinder inside of the Dugout box, because that weed is going to be so finely grinded that that's the most efficient way to use these things. You can't really just grind it up with your hands, have, you know, nice little small, super small nugs. It's more of, it has to be grinded shit, like fine grind shit. You feel me? So in the end though, man, it's all up to you guys if you guys want to go ahead and cop one of these or not. I mean, it is what it is. Not, like I said, I smoked with a lot of different people. None of them has ever brought out a Dugout box, but I mean, it's not something that you would necessarily bring out with your squad. Obviously, a lot of you guys would rather roll up a blunt or pack a bong or some shit. You know, it's just more fun to smoke, and I don't know. These things though, bring them around if you're trying to be conservative. If you don't want to go through a fucking gram or, you know, an eighth a day, this is some shit you want to bust out and manage your shit a lot more efficiently. Or, like I said, if you're smoking by yourself, this is going to be the way to go. Super low key, easy to hide, and it doesn't smell as much as it should, because, like I said, the cap closes and it hides a lot of the smell that way as well. So, in the end though, man, it's all up to you guys. I just wanted to give you guys some insight on the Dugout kits, or the Dugout boxes, and what they exactly were. It's pretty much a little extra kit for a one-hitter, and if you don't want to just buy a one-hitter, you want to buy a spot to hold the one-hitter and your weed at the same time. Very dope to have, but I mean, it's personal preference in the end. It's all personal preference. So, go with that information. Do what you want with it. I don't know. I just wanted to make this video because I just did the one-hitters one, and that has been the last episode, so I figured, fuck it, why not do a follow-up episode with this, inform you guys on a little bit of Dugout boxes, because I did have one back in the day and it worked worked pretty dope. I brought it around a couple times, but after that I was like, you know what, fuck it, bro, let's just roll up blunts. But it's still something cool to have on personal use if you guys want to do it that way. So in the end, man, it is what it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Stoner Tips. This has been episode 105 of the Stoner Tips series. If you guys do enjoy, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. It does go a long way with these episodes of Stoner Tips. And yeah, man, for real, like I love all of your guys' support on these videos. It's fucking crazy. Let's keep doing what we're doing, bro, and hopefully, you know, I mean, as long as I'm informing some people, that's all that matters in these videos. So yeah, man, thanks so much for watching. If you drop a like I said, if you enjoy, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you guys are new, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. It's gonna be the first link in the description. Other than that, man, I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow for a brand new video. So y'all stay safe, stay savage, stay low key. It's your boy, the Low Key Legend. I'm out of here, guys. Adios.